Secluded in the Angeles National Forest, far from any civilization, a man named Frank Knapp built his home and ranch. For him, this was paradise. He enjoyed his isolation and close relationship with nature. Frank was born in Austria in 1900 and migrated to America with his family in 1903, only to return to his homeland for several years. However, his father stayed behind and traveled across the country from Pennsylvania to California. The family returned to America and settled with him in Owensmouth, where they built their first house in 1911. Frank was a skilled stonesmason, which he learned from his father, whom he was named after. In 1922, they started construction of their new home, known for its castle-style resemblance, which was located in what is now Canoga Park. In 1952, Frank became agitated with the growing population of the community and was no longer happy with his home. He sold roughly 58 acres of his property to the local city council for $230,000 less than the market value. The city planned to open a park on the property in memory of Frank's son, Edwin Knapp, who was killed in action in World War II. In 1962, Frank decided it was finally time to move somewhere much more secluded. He saw that Kelly Ranch was for sale deep in the Angeles National Forest, and it gained his interest. He had previously worked on that ranch in 1929 on a mining operation with King Gillette, who is known for his success with shaving razors. Even then, Frank had told himself he was going to live there someday. Sure enough, Frank and his brother Alfonso decided to purchase the ranch and planned to convert it into a hunting lodge and resort. Unexpectedly, Alfonso passed away 4 years after the ranch was purchased. Frank decided to take sole ownership of the ranch and started his retirement there, raising cattle, buffalo, chickens, fawn, and even an injured bobcat. Forest rangers often brought him injured animals who needed a safe place to stay. Frank may have seemed like a very serious and tough person, but he enjoyed having guests at his ranch, and he was known for his hospitality. The only people he didn't get along with were poachers who vandalized his property with bullet holes. Many who have been lucky enough to visit the ranch while Frank was living there have fond memories and stories. He was also an avid antique collector, finding Tataviam artifacts all around his property. He has even discovered a full skeleton belonging to a Native American who died more than 150 years ago. Many similarities from the topography and old maps indicate that Frank's new property was once the land of a Tataviam village site. At one of his previous homes in Canoga Park, Frank was digging a well for water and struck oil. In that process, he also uncovered fossilized whale bones. He sold the oil, but kept the bones. Knapp loved to hold on to stuff, as it was full of memories for him. He shot game with the same 1917 Winchester he owned for over 40 years. Frank would say hardly a day went by without company on his ranch. Almost all of his visitors would leave with a business card, which read, "Frank Knapp, retired. No phone, no address, no business, no worries, no money, no prospects." Frank passed away in 1990, leaving his ranch behind. Since it was so hard to actually get to the ranch, the remaining family members decided to sell it. They sold it to an organization called Friends of the Forest in 1995. The organization then traded the land back to the Forest Service for 475 acres of Forest Service land near Lake Hughes. Now left behind and forgotten, Knapp Ranch still sits far from civilization, collecting dirt and rust, an occasional visit from determined hikers or mountain bike riders. It will always be an important piece of history and illustrate how one lived closely with nature.